Good morning, folks. So I'm just gonna toss a little spoiler out there. I'm not feeling at my best, so if I get some grossness going on, in fact, I'm gonna try and get rid of some of it right now. I'm trying not to bring too much of it to the stream because obviously, I'm sure you guys don't want to hear my, coughing, sneezing, and otherwise grossness. But give me a sec. There we go. Just had to get that out of my system. Whew. You can probably tell my voice is a little, gross as well. Definitely does not make for good rock band singing, I'll tell you that much. But, I'm also a little early, or a little late, I should say, to starting my stream. Sorry about that. But we'll get this on the road. Today, I wanted to get a pretty simple, pretty quick thing tossed into place. I don't expect it to take too long, but as is kind of the usual, you never know, right? Something can go wrong at the, last second, and that wouldn't be too terribly great. So, the idea here is I just wanted to get resting in combat done. So if you've been walking around, and you've got a character who's, straight up about to pass out, and then you proceed to start a fight, I want to make sure that the characters are able to recover their energy mid-fight. And you'll note there's no rest button right now, so we need to handle that first and foremost. Let's see here. Characters, no. Combat actions, close. Actually, there's a player character call here that I want. So I already wrote a function for this. The neat thing is that all I have to do is add a new flag into the set. So now we have attack, dodge, and rest. And if I set this up correctly, rest should now appear in our actions. There we go. Cool. Let's see. Whew, sorry, just gotta stretch. Okay, so we've got rest, but it doesn't do anything, obviously. We're not tied into any functions yet. So, what we have to do is, obviously, add the function for it to tie into. Let's see here, not party, it is probably going to live inside player combat actions. We'll definitely need a player combat action for this. I am actually unsure how long I want people to stay asleep when they use the rest action as well, because that's a pretty big thing to do mid-fight. To say, oh, I'm just gonna sleep, that's ballsy. Specifically when you go so far as to do it when people are attacking. It's one thing to rest in the outdoors and possibly have a fight pick up around you. It's another thing to have it happen to you when you're mid-fight and you're well, he's gonna pass out anyway, so it's either he passes out now or I make him rest otherwise. There probably isn't going to be much of a difference initially, specifically because if you fall asleep during a fight versus if you tell your guy to rest, I'm just going to attach the sleeping modifier to the character, so it's not going to be too bad if you just go so far as to say, I'm just going to rest. It's going to be the same as fighting until they pass out. But eventually we'll add a little extra thing that says, oh, by the way, if they passed out of their own will, they should probably take a while to come back. I'm flipping through my options right now and hunting for some way here. I'm looking through my notes to make sure that I've got everything. You know what? Let's actually not make rest as bad as falling asleep. Because I want to make sure that, there's an upside. There's a reason to doing it. Otherwise, it seems silly to have rest be an option. Especially if it doesn't do anything. There we go. Here's our combat UI. We have the various functions in here. We're going to need a new one that's choose rest action. And Let's see here. Obviously, we're going to want to advance the character choice. At the end, we're also going to want to create a new combat action just for resting. And I'm just going to grab this piece here. It's actually not entirely necessary. We don't have a target when we rest. Excuse me. What's funny is yesterday I was feeling great in the morning. I was like, yeah, no, this is fine, whatever, and I can stream. And I streamed, and I went to work. And my time at work, I feel so bad for my poor coworkers because I just went down and down. And before long, I'm just like coughing and hacking. I'm just like, oh god, okay. That's not a good sign. Problem is, I've got somebody depending on me for a ride right now, and so I don't really want to like dodge work because that means he can't go in either. But at the same time, I can't help but like hope that I don't get people sick. I don't want to go in, be that jerk who's like, oh, hi guys, I'm here even though I'm deathly ill, and I'm gonna get you all ill too. Like, I don't want to cause more lost work time. Alright, so when we process the action, we got to do a couple things, and lucky for us, it's a pretty simple couple things. We're probably just going to say, so-and-so rests, we're going to cause a rest tick to go off inside the character, and that'll be it. It'll be so incredibly simple that it, hopefully we can't mess this up. Now that I've said that, something's going to go terribly wrong, but we'll see. Character name, rests. That's it. Actually, I'm going to go so far as to show the stamina or the energy regain, just so that you feel like you're getting a little more out of it, and so you have all the information you want at your fingertips. Let's see here. Okay, /n regains. Yeah. So I'm making this a little more complex than it needs to be, but that's fine. At least for me, it's fine. Excuse me. Alright, better. Better. I'd rather my nose not start like leaking while I'm sitting here talking. I should make myself some tea, honestly. Okay, so we've got our previous energy, and then we tell the character, rest, where is it? Rest tick. And now we have the difference in energy. So we say character.current energy minus the previous energy to string. So rests, they regain energy, and then we'll wait 2 seconds, just because, and that should be that. Like, you'll note how incredibly simple resting is. It's just a one-turn little offshoot. Hopefully it won't be too bad to get this tied into the game. Let's see here. So we need to, okay, we have the attack, okay, action list for the choice owner. And we're going to say it's equal to a new rest action. A new player rest action. Hey, Binary Bench. It's a nice, it's a nice early morning. nice quiet morning. That's fine. I am happy with quiet mornings, especially when I'm doing my best to kind of avoid the grossness on stream. And granted, this is going to get like archived for all YouTube's, pleasure and fury when it comes to me sitting here being like, ugh, over a game. See, I don't consider myself big enough to ever like rebrand myself. Granted, there's definitely something to be said for just rebranding yourself to remove things like, yeah, moving away from Minecraft is definitely one way to do it. It was interesting to see. Oh, I'm failing to remember that streamer's name now. Really big streamer, rebranded himself somewhat recently, and it was interesting to see the change. And now I'm completely failing to remember like who it was. Oh well. Alright, so let's get this all tied in, and that should be that. I mean, it should be done. Now, obviously, I don't know if that's the case, but hopefully it will be. Let's see. See? Grossness. Told you. Okay. It's somewhere in the combat UI, I can tell you that much. And I put all the buttons in place, but I haven't implemented them all yet. I'm working on that. We're kind of going through one at a time. Eventually, run might be next. I just want to remove somebody from a fight, and then say, nope, they just don't get actions. And if everyone else dies, or if everyone else runs, they return to the group. Pretty simple. Dodge, run, rest. There we go. I was about to say, where's my rest button? I know it's here. I need to switch myself out of debug mode there. Okay, so we're going to go out to our combat UI. And the combat UI has that function we just made where we choose the rest action. So I'm going to apply that. And let's test it. I mean, this is the joy of a good architecture, right? You take care of your architecture and suddenly the things that require some difficult work become fairly... Oops, why did I click attack? I'm just on autopilot here, guys. Here we go. Actually, first things first. Let's walk around. Burn a lot of the energy off these guys, because I want to be able to see when this happens. Okay, there we go. So the warrior, him attacking is not a bad idea. The rogue needs some rest, as does everyone else. Hey look, he regained 5 energy, they regained 9. The warrior attacks, and the mage rests. I'm actually tempted to almost do a bit more, but at the same time, I want to make resting just this like painful procedure. That in order to do it, it's like, I don't know, you are replenishing something for free, essentially. Why not? Obviously, your opportunity cost here is not attacking, and it's going to eat away at your health if you continue to sit here and just like rest for no reason. You can note they're not huge gains, right? Remember, we set this to like, I think a 16th, if I remember correctly, of your overall health. So that it would take, 16 ticks to go from empty to full. So it works. Like, that's the nice thing, is we're already in a working place. I can attack, I can kill things, I can rest, I can dodge. We're not regaining a ton of energy, but that's kind of the point, is that you don't regain so much that it kind of overshadows everything else. Obviously, I want the players resting outside of combat as a best case practice, and that this should be a kind of a worst case, right? If something goes wrong, I want this to be the way you regain energy. If somebody's about to pass out, Now I am tempted to maybe do the tick twice. Also, I'm tempted to recover health when you rest. Simply because there's got to be a way to recover health, right? Okay, if resting, so we've got this rest tick function here. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to break resting into two pieces. I'm going to try and not dribble all over my keyboard with grossness. I actually need to kill my mic before. Okay, continuing on. We just kind of trooper on through this. It's fine. It's actually not that bad. It sounds a lot worse than it is. Let's see. Rest, tick. Where did I put that? Is that a character thing? Because that should not be a character thing. At least now that I'm sitting here poking at it, I don't think it should be a character thing. I guess I'll leave it as a character thing. So I've got the rest tick. But I think I'm gonna, let's see, I've got resting, and then I've got resting. I've got resting during a fight, which is one thing, and then I've got resting outdoors. I'm trying to think of like synonyms. Taking a breather, sitting out for a bit. When you rest, you take it easy. You, let's see here. Google, I need rest synonyms. To relax, take a rest, ease up, let up, slow down, unwind. Sleep. Okay, so characters have a rest tick. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a sleep tick for the players, and the difference is going to be rest is only during fights, and sleep is only during those times when you actually like knock out your entire party. So I have resting and I have sleeping. Hopefully that'll be all I need. So we're going to invoke the rest tick so that you regain the energy. The other thing I want to do is I want you to regain a teensy bit of health. Let's say each sleep tick, your current health, we're going to add in, let's see, maybe we'll add in your endurance worth of health back. So honestly, that shouldn't be a ton, because if we look at how we calculate your health, we calculate maximum health. It's endurance times 2 plus your base. So is that going to be enough? Excuse me. I think that should be enough. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I think for now, it's either that or I might use Resolve. But Resolve is a mental stat, so I don't really want to go into that. I think Endurance is the way to go. I'm going to shift in my chair because I'm just antsy this morning. Okay, so player character, yeah, we're going to add your endurance. Worst case, it's like endurance over 2, or something like that, right? And then we'll say, oh, endurance over 2, minimum 1. Just so that... Alright, so let's get in a fight. And I'm just going to rest everybody so that we take some damage. Granted, the bats have to hit things in order for us to take damage. Okay, I'm gonna hit back then. Okay, now nothing is hitting anything. Oh, there we go. Warrior's dealing damage. The warrior always comes through. He's our boy. Let's see. Let's maximize it. So you'll note that the UI, I fixed up the UI a little bit yesterday, and it looks a lot nicer. It also looks a little more compact. What I think I'm going to end up doing is I need to shift the... I put my hand on the screen as if you guys can see it. I need to take the UI here and drop it down a little further. Yes, I know. Everybody resting doesn't do us garbage anymore, which is fine. I'm just trying to take some damage. Like, that's all I really want. I might just have them start at 1 health. Just so that I don't have to sit here and see. Let's just do that. That's a better way. There is a better way. 1. Oh no, you don't have any health left. Oh, and we didn't set our resting to sleeping. So this is actually the sleep tick now. Okay, so they regain health pretty quick, but this is also level 1. So I wouldn't assume that they're going to always regain their health quite this quickly. For now, just to limit it out a little bit, let's just say that when you rest, it's actually divided by 2. Just to make it take a teensy bit longer. And the reason I'm putting the max 1 there is I'm essentially saying if you ever go lower than 1, you at least recover 1 health. You always at least recover a single health point. And that it kind of ensures that you're not going to get caught with a character who just can't heal because his stats are so low. That, I like that speed a lot more. You'll note that it takes a while. The sun rises pretty significantly in the sky by the time that everybody's healed. So now you get to make the choice of, like, do I want everybody to heal, or do I want only my tanks to heal? Or is it only best if, like, certain characters in the party heal? And then you also have the stamina issue. Stamina actually should go up a lot faster. Let's try this once more, but I'm gonna tire them out and have them at low health. So, okay, I'm gonna start resting here. Okay, that's not bad. I like the speed. That kind of recovery speed right there looks pretty freaking good. Okay, so we've got good recovery speed, we've got resting outside of combat, we've got resting in combat. Now, the other thing we need to do is that your combat actions need to start eating away at your stamina, and in pretty decently sized chunks if possible. I'd love for it to actually line up so that you have stamina equal to, you have enough stamina to fight for a number of turns equal to your endurance or your resolve. Like, that might be a good way to time this. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but I think that's how I want to try it. Alright, so let's see. Kill character. So we need our combat actions first off. And technically everybody should be doing this, but for now, since player characters are the only ones who really track this the most, I want them to do it first, and then I'll have the monsters follow up. The big thing being that if a monster does fight for too long, they'll start to pass out as well. And I've had, you know, simulations run like that, and it's kind of funny when both sides are doing everything they can to ensure that their people don't pass out, but also so they don't die because they're resting too much. So the combat action, the rest actually regains you. It regains information, and that's fine. When you do the hit or miss, I think that is when I want to spend. Let's see here. When do I want to do this? So I can do it after the damage. That would be one way to handle it. I can also do it on the attack. It says so-and-so attacks. Stamina drop. Now, the only thing here is I want to make sure that they don't pass out until after the attack goes off. Well, do I? Or do I not like my players? That actually is a decent question. Because if I don't want my players to have that benefit of being able to attack, then maybe I don't mind. So I say so-and-so attacks. I then say character dot spend energy equal to, let's see. I'm trying to think, like, how do we calculate how much energy you spend when you attack? My apologies, folks. It's a great delaying tactic, isn't it? I say, one sec, guys, I need to sneeze. Turn off my microphone. Sit here, make a bunch of noises, and then proceed to kind of think about what I need to say next while I do that. It's a good tactic. Though I would not recommend actually getting sick for your stream, just to think about what you have to say next. I would say better preparation is probably the key. Just saying. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at this equation for how much maximum energy somebody has, and I'm kind of tempted to say that for now, we could either base it on the weapon. That'd be one way to do it, right? If you're swinging a greatsword, that's going to be more tiresome than if you're swinging a dagger. That actually makes the most sense, honestly. Let's see here. Yeah, let's just do that. We'll call this the energy cost. And we'll just add this to all inventory items? No, actually that's not how I want to do that. I want to add that to the weapon items, specifically. Alright. Come on, game. Okay, there's our items. Here's our energy cost. It'll cost us, let's say, 3 energy to swing a dagger, and 4 to swing a sword. Let's say 2 and 4 maybe. Let's see how that looks in the game once we've got it tied in. So we're going to spend an amount of energy equal to the weapon. So I actually need to shift this to a little earlier. So we also do another check inside here. Wait, what? What happened there? Okay, no, I just copied. I didn't cut. I meant to cut. Whoopsies. Excuse me. Whew. Here's our right hand weapon. If this is null, or if it's easy one, if it's not null, we use the energy cost. Otherwise, we're going to say it's equal to your strength. Right? The amount of power you put behind it is going to be how much energy you spend. So those people without weapons in their hand essentially are just going to be like slugging it out with their fists. And I forgot to fix the line of code that sets our health to 1. Also, I can't help but note that their health is going up above maximum. We need to cap that off as well. That is not good in the slightest. Party, where are you? You are not allowed to go above max health. Not party, sorry, player character. We're just gonna put, let's see, plug that. So current health, so the other thing here is you can't sleep somebody back from the dead, right? So if the current health is only if it's greater than 0, do we really let you sleep? Otherwise, the rest of this is not going to do a darn thing. Um, and then we pick the lower of the two numbers. We pick either your current health or we pick your maximum health. Just to make sure that you don't go above that total like we had going on. So you'll note, okay, now they hit their max health, it stops. Good. Okay, we get into a fight. I'm going to tell everybody to swing, and you'll note that swinging is causing each of them, I keep pointing at the screen, but swinging is causing each of them to spend a decent amount of energy each time. It's not significant, but it's still insignificant. It's not insignificant either. There we go. And especially for characters like our rogue, who doesn't have much energy in the first place, he's burning out real fast. You can see he's actually already burnt through probably a fifth of his kind of base. If we have everybody except the rogue continue to rest, he's actually... Oh, okay, he's able to kill things, luckily. But yeah, like, we very quickly are seeing our rogue start to burn out here, and that's kind of what you get for allocating his stats where we did. His stats are set in such a way that he hits really hard, but he's also a glass cannon that's going to burn out real quick. And I kind of like that as a mechanic. If you overpower somebody in certain aspects, and then don't put points into other ones, it reduces the effectiveness, so you don't quite have that, like, powerhouse rogue who's just a damage outputter and can do nothing but, you know, he just puts out damage all day long as long as nobody targets him. Now it's, even if somebody doesn't target him, he has trouble still. He's not this, like, god as long as, you know, he's got a meat shield in front of him. And I like that. That's a neat touch. Alright. So we've added a new feature. Fairly quick and easy. Only took us about a half hour. That actually was kind of record time for a new feature. You can note that we've touched a bunch of files. Also, why is time of day? Oh, okay. I haven't committed my... What haven't I done? I haven't committed the rest changes from yesterday, I don't think. Yeah, here's all the rest parameters. Those are marked as new. So, oh, here comes Puppy. Lovely.
He's still outside.
I don't think so. Alright, so we're going to commit what we do have. And honestly, guys, I'm in a certain kind of shape where I think I'm going to actually hop out early today. Take a little time to take care of myself before I have to run off to work. So if you have any questions, toss them my way. Thank you for joining me on this extra short day. I'm just not at my best, and so I need to take a little time, make sure I'm in one piece before I decide to go to work and infect everyone else, or sit here at home and work from home. The joys of a tech job at least allow you to do that thing. And people don't get on your case too much about it, especially when the alternative is get everyone else sick and cause more lost work time. It's just one of those things that kind of works out in the favor of the tech industry, or engineers at bare minimum. So we have resting outside, so I guess I should say in and out of combat. We've got stamina cost during combat and in the open world, and is that really it? I mean, I know resting was kind of this like big thing I wanted to take care of, but I'm curious if I missed anything, because I feel like I did. I feel like something is happening here that I just like am completely missing. Oh, I know. I'm missing the UI information. When everybody rests, I need to make sure that I apply the new icon and take care of that. Or if somebody passes out. Oh, I don't have passing out during a fight either. That will probably either be first thing tomorrow morning, trying to think of one else. I might honestly like try and knock some of this out if I'm feeling better tonight. I say that questioningly because I'm really not sure. Yeah, I think that's the case. Alright guys, so thanks again for joining me. I'm not seeing any questions pop up. We had a quick, quiet, little feature implementation today. So thanks again for joining me. I'll be back on tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be feeling better and be able to do a full hour of streaming. For those of you who are here for the first time, please hit the follow button below. Shows your support, and also you can see when I come online. You can watch this glorious game as it gets made. Also, if you're interested in watching these, but you can't really catch the time, if I'm up too early or too late for you, my YouTube channel has all the videos as I export them. Sometimes I get a little lazy, sometimes I fall a little behind. Twitch VODs are also, for the recent stuff, Twitch VODs are a great way to go. So thanks again guys for joining me, and hopefully you all are going to have a better day than I am, because this cold is not letting up. Have a good day guys, take care of yourselves. Bye. Oh great, and it's telling me it's going to take a long time to get to work. One of those days. Can't help but smile at it. Take care guys.